This is Jilliana Ranicar-Breese in Cartagena, and I'm back for part 2 with Teresa Montes Hernandez, talking basically about how she came to terms with bereavement. Go ahead, Teresa.
Well, after living with my father for a year, in between my brother-in-law, Pepe Loeches, who was well known,
Sound engineer, you
sound
said.
engineer
In Madrid.
In Madrid. He had a heart attack, and he was 7 months a vegetable.
Like a vegetable,
Like a
yes. He was in
vegetable.
a coma.
In a coma.
Yes. So you'd lost him as well.
I lost him because I had to take care of my father, and sometimes I had to take care of my sister because she was very depressed.
Naturally.
Well, after a few months, my father died, and a month after, my brother-in-law died. So
that's 8 losses.
8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you definitely were in bereavement.
Yeah, I was in bereavement, and I had a therapy with my psychologist, and she told me that I had to recover because I was strong and everything, but I was
You were
really
an alpha lady,
yeah.
an alpha woman. Yeah.
And she said, you have to carry on with your life. You have got 2 children, you have to...
And you were how old then, Teresa?
I was 52, I think.
52, so very young.
Yeah. And, everybody was taking care of me, my small sister, my mother, all my friends in Salamanca. I was in Salamanca, and my daughter was living in Avila, and she came to visit me. My son was living in Madrid, and he came to visit me, everybody. But I felt so bad that I had to go away.
Of course,
of
course.
Yeah, I had to flee.
Away from the gloom.
Yeah.
And into the sunshine.
So I decided to go to Buenos Aires because my father told me that he wanted to know Buenos Aires, but I couldn't, and he said, go for me.
Yes, I understand.
Because it was his dream,
Okay.
He was very fond of Carlos Gardel.
Oh, yeah.
And he told me to go there and to go to the museum and everything.
And dance tango.
Yeah. So it's what I did. And there I met a girl that knew Pepe Loeches, my brother-in-law.
Oh, right.
And it was a coincidence, but it was very, very, very nice to me. And I started recovering, and talking, a lot of talking, meditation.
And also you love music, and I notice you have show your t-shirt.
Yeah.
You will never be alone
without music.
Without music. Too true, very true.
Yes. And I started talking to people, and it was good for me because my psychologist told me to talk about it, just to cure.
Yes. Absolutely. And you are a very open person, and you have lots and lots of friends.
Yes.
Yeah.
Really, very nice people. I
Yes.
met very, very nice people in Argentina, and so I started traveling all around, from south to north in Argentina.
Yeah, and you spent 9 months there, did you say?
Well, 7 months.
Okay.
And then
you didn't want to live there, though?
Well, I wanted to travel and then come back, but still traveling,
Yes, yes.
So it was good for me just to think about all the losses, I had, and to live with them, I learned to live with all that, and to say, or to, I don't know how to say,
In Spanish?
Death is part of the life,
Yes.
you know, but at first I couldn't cope with it, you know, and
Well, of course, it's too much. But you also write poetry. Did you write about how you felt?
yes, of
Because
course.
writing is
Yes.
therapy.
Yeah, it's
I
therapy,
write all the time.
Yeah, I don't write all the time, just from time to time, but I wrote, and it was good for me.
Good therapy.
Yeah,
And did
good
you write
therapy.
about the death in your family, your loved ones, or did you write poetry?
Well, I wrote both, you know.
Right.
You
Have
know,
you had
way-
any of your work published?
No,
No, it's
no.
personal.
It's personal.
And you wrote in Spanish, of course.
Of course, in Spanish.
Yes,
yeah.
yes. And you've travelled a lot around South America. Occasionally you go back to Spain.
Mhm.
But you ended up in Colombia. Now you've been here quite some time, haven't you?
Yeah, 1 year and a half.
1.5 years. And you're
Yeah.
not really sure how much longer you're going to stay.
No, I'm not sure, you know. I wanted to go till Mexico,
Yeah?
because it was I like the culture here,
Yeah.
and you know, and the pre-Columbian culture, you know.
Yes?
And in Peru, for example, I was very deep inside the culture, you know.
And the archaeology as
the
well.
archaeology, because I like archaeology very much.
And the spirituality?
The spirituality.
Yeah, but
also.
in Colombia they don't have the same spirituality as they have in Peru.
Of course, but I was I liked the landscape in Colombia, you know, the
Right.
diversity and the villages, you know, the colonial villages, and
Yes.
I was traveling all around, and then when I came to Cartagena, that was the climax, you know,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
all is
yeah. Well,
very nice city,
It
very
is
Colombian,
so beautiful,
very
and the colours and
yeah, and
it's-
all the history and everything.
yes, yes.
And so, and the second day I was in Cartagena, I met a Colombian, a Cartagenan boy. from
Boy, you
Cartagena.
mean a man?
Well, a man. Yeah.
I don't think a boy,
It's a man, it's a
unless
man.
it was a toy boy.
Yeah, and well, I started living in the same place where
In
he
Manga?
was living in
Yes.
Manga,
Yeah.
and we started a relationship, and then
And he picks mangoes off the tree for you.
yeah,
And I've met him as well.
yeah, he's
And
very.
he sings just like Elvis
Yeah.
Presley.
Yeah. He's very nice. He's very funny. you know.
Yes, yes.
And well, he knows a lot of history of Cartagena,
Yes.
and he was telling me
About the
about
slave
we-
trade.
yeah.
Yes, yes.
And we started traveling all around, you know, the different places.
Oh,
the
together?
places, yeah, together.
Ah,
Where his mother was born,
Uh-huh.
and his father, and everything. You know, I met all the family,
Okay.
and all were very nice and gentle to me. you know.
okay. So you
So-
have an interesting life here. You've got lots and lots of friends.
Yeah.
Are you still thinking of going back to BA or not?
I'm not sure really. I left many friends there,
Yeah,
and I told them that I will be back again
of course.
to visit them.
Well, thank you very much, Teresa. This is my last interview in Colombia, in Cartagena, and I wish you all the best. I'm really, really pleased that I met you, and I wish you good luck with the rest of your life.
Thank you very much. I was very pleased to be with you.
Okay,
Really.
bye-bye, Teresa.
Bye.